Good morning. This is Dr. Marianne Martin, and I am your instructor for Advertising 692 PR campaigns. We'll be working together over the next 8 weeks, and I just wanted to provide you a very quick introduction to the course and mostly to myself, and to go over some of the key assignments that we'll be doing over the course of this semester. Again, I'm Dr. Marianne Martin, and I have my PhD from the University of Iowa. I've known Dr. Cecil and Dr. Tiernan for a number of years, and they have been really good mentors to me. And so I picked up this course for Dr. Cecil this semester, and I'm really looking forward to it. I live in Dallas, not in South Dakota, with my husband and my two little girls, and this is what I'll be doing this semester. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think we're going to have a really good time. But now let's go ahead and go over a couple of the things that you'll need to know for the semester. First, if you haven't already, get access to the Dig Sandbox unit. That's the big one that you'll want to take care of. There's a few questions that everyone had, and I will send an email to the fellow that that administers the Dig Sandbox course text, and get that taken care of, those questions answered as soon as possible, hopefully by the end of the day today on Wednesday. So weekly, what you will be responsible for is reading each unit from the Dig Sandbox site. You will respond to it on the D2L discussion board site, and then there's one other thing that you'll need to do, and we have a course wiki. You'll each have your own page on the wiki, and every week I want you to provide some sort of update on the work you're doing on your final project, your campaign plan. I'll go into a little more detail about that in a second. But for this week, things will be a little bit different because I want you to start reading the Dig Sandbox Unit 1 as you're supposed to, and respond to it on D2L. But I also want you to watch the video that should be available to you on D2L that Dr. Cecil put together. That's a video overview of public relations. It's about 40 minutes long. It's really good, really informative. So those of you who are unfamiliar with PR, which from what I understand seems to be most of you, it'll give you a good basis from which to work the rest of the 8 weeks that we're working together. So find 40 minutes to sit down and watch it. It's enjoyable, it's informational, you'll like it. So and then I want you to respond to that on D2L. So 2 responses due this week, to Unit 1 on Dig Sandbox and to the video. This is just so I know that you're reading and watching these things, but also where I can begin to see what questions you have, what things you're not understanding, so I can answer that, so I can respond to you and make sure everyone's on the same page, everyone understands. So we'll be doing that this week. And then finally, what I need you to do is to find and type up a 250 to 500 word statement identifying who your client will be for your final project, for your campaign plan that you're going to construct this semester. I want you to post that on the Dropbox on D2L, but I also would like you to post that on the wiki. The most important place to put it is the Dropbox and the D2L this week. If you can figure out the wiki, great. If we have any troubles, we'll take a little bit more time to get that up. But I want you to post your statement going over your final project's client on D2L, Dropbox, and on the course wiki. The link for that wiki is on the syllabus. If anyone has questions, I can post that on our news site on D2L. Okay, so about that statement, about identifying your clients, the best thing that you can do throughout graduate school is to do your work right the first time and do it as thoroughly as possible the right time. I'm saying this from personal experience. So I'm going to allow you to use this statement. Portions of it, you can take it apart and just plug it into your final plan in your the final project that you turn in on the last day of the class. So what I want to see from you is a 250 to 500 word statement identifying who your client is, um, telling me something about the organization, the entity, and then what you foresee being your plan being about. So identifying the problem that this campaign plan is going to address. Now, about your client, my suggestion is to make it relevant to your interests or to yourself. So that's a good idea throughout grad school, really. But make sure that this project, it will just make your life easier if the client that you choose is somehow important to you, or uh, fits into your professional interests, your personal interests. Otherwise, it just won't be very enjoyable for you to do. So what I mean by that is this could be any organization or any entity that you think has an issue that needs, or something that you think needs to be broadcast, needs to get out there. So it could be your church, it could be your local school, maybe your local PTA, it could be your employer that you work for right now if you do. I know some of you are planning to do that, and I think that's a great idea because it will make the project easier if it matters to you. I always keep that in mind. If you're kind of like looking for topics, something I was thinking about yesterday that would be a good example perhaps would be down here in Dallas, we are having a slight West Nile virus problem. And so they've been conducting these aerial spraying campaigns that have been kind of controversial for some folks. And so each city is having to decide whether or not they want to participate in these aerial sprayings. But right now, the schools have just come back into session here, and our local school district had to send out a statement about West Nile virus, things to do about it. And I was thinking that that would be a suitable campaign because the aerial spraying is pretty controversial. I mean, it's an insecticide in the air. People may have questions or concerns about that. So the school district, may have wanted to put together a more sizable campaign, getting the word out about what they're doing to help their students. So notice that it's kind of a narrow topic. It's a narrowly focused issue. You don't certainly need to, change the United States perspective on, I don't know, the state of Nebraska in this project. So anyways, just something tightly focused and manageable for you to come up with a response to over the course of the next 8 weeks. So that's kind of my feedback and suggestions, kind of some guidance on that topic, and that's what I'd like to see. So if we can get that all done by Friday, I would say that would be a good deadline for that. If anyone doesn't, I see there may be some, since this is the first week, there may be some flexibility with those deadlines, but Friday, I think is a good deadline, initial deadline for the first week. From here on out, Fridays will be the deadline for the rest. So anyways, there's that. And then finally, if you need to contact me, since I am working remotely from you, and I know from your introductions you're scattered throughout the country, which is really pretty cool, then this is my email address through South Dakota State. But if you want to talk by phone, we can even Skype. That's perfectly fine. I'm here to help you get through the class, to make sure you understand it. If I need to clarify anything, at some point I'm sure I will, then get a hold of me and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. I'll check email religiously throughout the week, Monday through Friday, and on the weekends probably not so much. So let's if we can do this during the week, that's even better. Something to know that I'm just remembering, there's at no point in this class that you will have to sit down at a set time and do your discussions. This is as stated in the syllabus. There's kind of a time span for you to get your discussions done and uploaded where they need to be. So from Wednesday to Friday is what I've put on the syllabus. So there will never be a time where everyone has to be online at 5 p.m. on Wednesday or something. You can do this work however you need to get it done. So 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 8 a.m., midnight, whatever works for you. Those are the rules. There are no rules on that. So I think that's all I need to go over for the moment. If you need anything else, you know how to get a hold of me, and I will have one of these posted again next week. So have a good rest of the week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.